Am I late? Oh, shit. Oh. All right, I'm awake. Holy shit. I thought I was going to miss the stream, guys. Yo, fears, audience fears. You caught me. I was taking a little bit of a napo. What's up? What is up, guys? Yeah. All right, that's the end of the stream. No, I'm just joking. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are all doing great. Hope you guys are doing utterly fantastic. Let me open up the comments section so I can actually know what you guys are saying. So, yeah. So, what's up? What's up? Shout out to the fans. Shout out to the fans. So, I've got a lot to talk about. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Yo, Richie, what's up? I've got lots and lots and lots to talk about. Visions, you need to get in here. Let me know that you're in here. Because I got a funny story about this t-shirt. That's right. The legendary Brains t-shirt. By the way, it is quite comfy, Visions. Visions, his shirts, his products, top quality. Top quality. Top quality, just like Tommy NC 2010 would say. Visions, your shirts, top quality. They're so comfy. I got the best reaction today. I'm in the grocery store, and I see this pretty girl, and you guys know I've been trying to find a woman. So, Fears rarely gets nervous. Unless the girl gets to a level of hotness, and then I'm like, I don't know if I can pull that off, but I'm like, what the hell? So I go and try, and then chaos ensues, but in a funny way. I'll get to that in just a second. Vision says, hello, boy. Boy, I'm a man, bitch. I'm just joking. I'm probably a man-child. That's the best way to describe Fears. I am an adult, but I'm a man-child, and my nerd cave, you know, like to the Bat Cave, Robin, let's ride. It's, to the nerd cave, Fears. Hi-ho silver, motherfucker, let's go. That's right. Richie says, hello, Visions. Well, hello, Visions, and hello, Richie. Where the hell is everybody else? Where is everybody else? Visions, I want to thank you, man. Oh, my gosh. So, Visions, you want to see something really cool? So, you may have saw this in the Christmas unboxing, but in case you guys didn't, you know that girl that sent me, I had a fake YouTube play button to commemorate, she made it for me to commemorate over 1,000 subs on the vlog channel. Well, she sent a little extra doodad in. And you guys are going to love it. You know how, like, Visions makes Fears stickers and Fears mugs and stuff like that? I didn't ask her to do this. She just made this, Visions. Here, let me show you. Oh, what is that right there? Is that a subscribe to Fears Vlogs pin? Finally! It's the only one ever in existence. So, that's right. I beat out the dude and I beat out Yakov. Because, Visions, I heard in the Discord, I'm very displeased. I heard that the dude got the Fears mug before I did. I believe Yakov got a Fears Man 26 sticker before I did. I'm very upset. I'm just joking. I don't care. As long as I got them, and as long as they got them, then great. But I know for a fact, none of those guys have got a Fears Vlogs pin. So that's the first update. So I wrote her back, and I was like, oh, nice. Thank you so much for the Fears Vlog pin. She goes, well, I wanted to contribute to your merch. And I was like, I appreciate it. I'm like, I don't have merch yet, but I'm like, I'm working on it someday. And then she commented, she goes, well, I watched some of your videos. She goes, I watched some of your videos, and, what did she say? She said, I watched some of your videos. She goes, and I like Vision. And she actually said she likes one of your t-shirts. She goes, the girl that made me the fake YouTube play button, she goes, I really like that one shirt you were wearing. And I was like, well, you're going to have to be more detailed than that. She goes, it's from your friend's website. She goes, you talk about the website all the time. I said, exhumedvisions.com. And she goes, you guys must be really good friends. I said, we are. I said, I'll be honest. I said, we've never met. I said, we're good online buddies. But I said, one day we will. We're going to have a beer. We're going to kick Mrs. Visions to the curb for a night and go to all the Portland, Oregon strip clubs. Hell, Visions said Mrs. Visions is so cool, she may come with us, get on some lady booty. So there we are. So, hell yeah. That would be good. That'd be awesome. Bring her her hot friend. See, now I regret it, Visions. I regret, the freckles and the, the brown. I mean, not the red hair. Now I feel like, your girlfriend's hot sister hates me now. Which I was just kidding around, but Vision said, Fears, she forgave you, and she thought it was fucking hilarious, but she goes, now there's absolutely no chance. There's always a chance! There's always a chance. So when I get there, I may have to pull on some Fears moves. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll figure it out. Hopefully I can put it in her butt. I'm just joking. Well, kind of. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's see if she just likes Fears' presence. Anyway, to get back to the story. So I said, which shirt? I said, Visions has made me lots of shirts. And she goes, oh, he makes funny shirts, right? And so I wrote this girl on Etsy back, and I said, yeah, I said pretty much all of his shirts are meme shirts. And then she went, she goes, the blue one. I said, that's the Crohn's one. I said, is that your favorite? She goes, well, it's one of my favorites. She goes, I watched a couple of your videos and then I subscribed. So the girl that made me the fake YouTube play button, she loves the shirts, Visions, and she likes my content. So I hope you don't mind. I gave her your website, and she goes, well, my boyfriend loves funny shirts. I said, well then exhumevisions.com is the website for you. So that was one funny story. Because I told Visions before this stream, these shirts get great reactions. So this is another update. So that was an update. The other one was when before I went to the grocery store, I had a lot of errands to do. I got off of work. Work was good. Actually, work was fantastic, by the way. I finally got a hold of Sam. Sam's been super busy. Some fans were writing in Fears, where the hell is Sam? Are you guys still friends? I'm like, we are still friends. I said, Sam's just been working a lot. I said, I work 2 jobs, Sam only has 1 job, but Sam told me he's got so many hours it feels like 2 jobs. So I said, just because we haven't hung out in a while doesn't mean that we're not friends. So I'll get to that in a second. So here's the other funny story. Visions, sometimes I wear these shirts to the gym. I haven't seen the old man in the gym in quite a while. So the next time he makes a funny comment, I will let you know, buddy. So I'm in the gas station, and you guys know that I've been trying to find a girl. Visions. This sexy girl walks in, drop dead gorgeous. Kind of reminds me of Kim. Remember the girl that I tried to get with, the school teacher online, and she was totally going to go out on a date with Fears. Until I don't know what the hell she was thinking, going back to your ex, or I don't know. That's why I didn't get too mad, because for a year I tried to get back with my ex. So I just wish that Kim would have gave me a chance. But anyway, so I'm not in the bathroom. I'm in the gas station right before I go to the grocery store. I walk in. I got this shirt on. Visions, I see her from across the way, and I was like, well, Fears, I said, do what your dad said. The worst thing that they can say is no. That's what my dad gave me that advice about girls. He said, Fears, he goes, you'll regret it if you don't go for it. So my dad would always be like, the worst thing they can say is no, and if they say no, oh, well, no harm, no foul, blah, blah, blah. So I go up to her, and I'm waiting to get gas. She's waiting to get gas, and I was trying to think of something, kind of funny to start the conversation, but I was like, you know what? I'm like, I'll just say hello. And I was like, hello, how are you? And we start to get to chatting, right? And she's like, oh yeah. She's like, it's a nice day. I said, it's a very nice day. And so I said, out and about, just doing errands. And she's like, oh yeah, just doing errands. And so we get to chatting. And so I thought we were hitting it off, right? Apparently not. I think she was just making chit chat and just trying to be nice. And so I make my move. So I said, hey, listen, I said, we've been chatting for 10 minutes. I said, you seem really nice. And she goes, yeah, you seem really nice too. And it seemed like she was kind of interested, but I guess I was way off. And I said, hey, I said, we've been chatting for about 10 minutes. I said, you seem really nice. She goes, oh yeah, you seem like a really nice guy too. And I said, well, listen, I don't know if you live in the area, but I said, I live, and I'm not going to tell you guys where I live. But I said, I live down there. And she's like, oh, she's like, I don't live down there, but she's like, I live about 30 minutes away. I said, oh, okay. I said, that's cool. I said, so if you'd ever want to grab a drink or get something to eat or grab some coffee, I said, that'd be fantastic. And she goes, oh, well, I appreciate you being a gentleman and asking, but she's like, you're really not my type. And I was like, oh, okay. And in my mind, I'm like, well, how does she know? I'm like, we've just met. And then this is where the funny thing comes in, Vision. She goes, I'll be honest. She goes, I don't like punk rocker, like heavy metal dudes. And I was like, what makes you think? And I said it really nicely. I said, what makes you think I'm a like hard rock and roll heavy metal dude? She goes, well, your shirt. And I go, yeah. What's wrong with my shirt? She goes, well, isn't that like a heavy metal like rock band? Every ounce in my body, Visions, was about to explode into laughter. And I said, no. I said, absolutely not. She goes, oh, well, what's it from? And I said, it's from a funny, cheesy 80s horror film that I love. She goes, oh, yeah. She goes, you're definitely not my type. And I said, what do you mean? And so I was kind of like, I wasn't upset. I just thought it was funny. And I said, oh, what do you mean by that? She goes, oh, I don't like horror. And she's like, she goes, I've never seen that. She goes, even if you told me the name of it. She goes, what's the name of it? And I said, Return of the Living Dead. She goes, yeah. She goes, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. She goes, I've never even heard of it. And I said, have you ever heard of Night of the Living Dead? And then she goes, yeah, but I've never seen it. And I said, well, it's a funny parody sequel to Night of the Living Dead. And she's like, yeah. She's like, she's like, that's just not me. And then I told her as a joke, but I was being serious. I said, well, just to clarify, I said, I like rock and roll music. I said, I like a little heavy metal, but I said, I'm not into screamo. I'm not emo. I'm not punk rock. She goes, oh, well, I thought you were emo. And she was assuming a lot. And I said, what makes you think I'm emo? She goes, well, all the black. She goes, the black hat and the black shirt. And then I've got black shorts on today. And I said, no. I said, I'm not emo. I said, I said, I'm not emo. I said, I like to match my clothes. And she goes, oh, so, and I swear, this happened. I can't make this stuff up, guys. So then she goes, oh, so, and she went like this. So she kind of believed me, but then she gave me that look like, oh, so you're not emo. And I said, no. I said, I'm not. And I said, not a lot of emos wear Star Wars shirts. She goes, well, in high school, she goes, all the gothic chicks and all the gothic guys and all the emo, guys, they all wore black. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm like, this girl is assuming way too much. And I'm like, she started off nice, but I'm like, now she's becoming like a total airhead. And I'm like, I didn't say it out loud because I'm respectful. In my mind, I said, Fears, I said, this may be a good thing. I'm like, she's starting to be less and less and less attractive and not your type either. So then I said, I promise you. And she goes, what would you identify as you? And I said, I don't know. I said, no one's ever asked me that question. I swear this happened. I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, I cannot make this up. And so I said, I don't know what you mean. I said, I don't really identify with anything. I said, when I was in high school and college, I said, I was that type of guy that I just walked around. I tried to get along with everybody. And she's like, oh, so you're a people pleaser. And I said, no. And I was just like, she is getting this stuff all. I said, no. I said, I'm not a people pleaser. And you guys know that I'm not a people pleaser. Like, Fierce speaks his mind. Like, you guys know. When I'm angry, I'll let you guys know. When I'm cranky, I'll be like, hey, guys, I'm not vlogging today. Fierce needs to get a little sleep and some coffee in me because if I don't, bad shit will happen, So you guys know that I'm not a people pleaser. I said, no. I said, I'm not a people pleaser. I said, I tried to get along with everybody. I said, I'm a Christian. And then, I swear, she asked me a third time, Vision. She's like, you swear you're not a gothic guy and into screamo music and all that stuff. And I said, no, why? She goes, every, emo goth person I've met, they all wear black. And I was like, and then I said, all right, I said, if I had to identify with anything, because I was trying to get her off that because I'm like, I'm not emo. I'm not into screamo. I said, I do like heavy metal. I'm not into screamo, and Visions knows this. But see, Visions doesn't care because he doesn't like, judge people like this girl was doing. Visions is like, one of the coolest motherfuckers I've met online. He's a good guy. And so I said, I do like heavy metal. I do like rock and roll. I said, my dad loved some rock and roll, and he did love some heavy metal. I said, more rock and roll, but I said he did like a couple of heavy metal bands. And I said, if I had to identify with anything, I said, obsessed movie nerd. And she's like, is that why you're wearing the hat? And I said, yeah. I said, I'm obsessed with movies. I went to film school. I'm a movie nerd. And then she goes, okay. She's like, I can see it now. And I was like, really? Can you? So it didn't end well. So I finally paid my gas, and I thought that was the end of it. Because she got there after I got there. I was in the gas station before her. I went in, had to use the restroom, and then I was standing in line, and then she got behind me, and then I turned around, and I was like, ooh. I'm like, she's attractive. I'm like, I'll go for it. Thank God it didn't work out. Thank God it did not work out. So I went to the bathroom, because the Crohn's has been acting up a little bit today. After I got out of the bathroom the second time, I walk out to go pump my gas. And wouldn't you know it, she's the car right next to mine. I'm not even kidding. And she's like, oh, hello again. And I said, oh, hi. And then she goes, listen, I'm really sorry. She goes, if you were more my type, she goes, you seem like a nice guy. I would totally go out on a date with you. And I was like, no, I said, I understand. Because in my mind, I was saying, oh, thank God. Thank God. And she's like, well, you can't blame a guy for trying. I was like, you know what? I said, you absolutely can't blame a guy for trying. I said, ma'am, I hope you have a good day. And she's like, I'm sorry that I assumed so much. She's like, I come from a very small town. I said, that's one thing we have in common. She goes, oh, what do you mean? I said, I'm from a small town. And I said, have you ever heard of Wentzville? And she's like, is that near St. Louis? And I said, it is near St. Louis. So in my mind, I'm like, she's got a little bit of a brain. So I said, yeah, I said Wentzville is about 35 minutes away from the big city of St. Louis. And she's like, well, I'm from Mississippi. And I said, well, there you go. She's like, have you ever been there? I was like, I've never stayed there. I said, I've drove through Mississippi, but I said, I've never stayed there. And wow. So yeah. Vision said, Fears, you should have slapped her. Well, I don't slap women, but if there was a woman around, Visions, I would have been like if your girlfriend would have been there, Visions, I would have been like, hey, Mrs. Visions, slap her. Because you shouldn't have assumed that much. But I was like, this is not punk rock. I'm like, it's movie related, it's meme related, but I wouldn't classify it as punk rock, heavy metal, screamo, emo, gothage. I'm like, now Visions does have. You definitely do have some gothic shirts on there, but I said this is not one of them. This one isn't. So I was like, I can't wait to do my live stream today. I'm like, Visions will get a giggle out of this. I'm not ready, Yakov. I'm not ready to have you in the chat. So I'm sorry. I can't do it, man. Not today. Maybe later on. I just can't do it today. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not ready for the old Yakster to come back. So, yeah, Visions. I knew you'd get a kick out of that. She was assuming a lot. But you know what? At least I went for it. At least I'm getting myself out there. I'm trying to find a lady. But as soon as that happened, I was like, Fears, you have to tell that story right when you get home so I don't forget. So right when I started the stream. So I'd say that's one of the best reactions, Visions, that your shirt has ever gotten. Besides that, the old man. I don't know if the old man saying, like, crazy shit about your shirt, I don't know if anything can top him. Like, she was pretty close. She almost topped the old man. Because I remember that old man, remember I told you guys, he comes and he's a really nice guy. He's not in my section of my apartment. He's the next section over. But I see him walking his dog and walking with his wife and their dog all the time. His wife has to be at least 87. And he's like 88, 89, and then their dog is like so old, like barely can walk. Like, So they're very nice people, but I'm like, this guy won't understand Vision's shirt. That's why whenever I wear these shirts to the gym, I wear them both. I wear them both to the gym, and then I wear them out and about, like today, because I hadn't worn the epic shirt that I've been wanting for 2 years now. Visions had this on his website. I don't know, for 2 years, at least a year, maybe a year and a half. But I hadn't, like, I wore it a little bit on Christmas Eve, but I didn't wear it, like, fully out, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, today, you know, I got off of work, everything's good. I said, all right, today's the day I'm going to wear it all day long. So it almost topped the old man Visions, I'm telling you. Like, she was just assuming way too much, and I'm like, she's never going to get a guy if she just keeps assuming shit. I mean, it was just one assumption after the other. And I was like, I hope the fans believe me, because I used to tell some tall tales back in the day. I'm like, I can't make this shit up. I'm like, this happened. So yeah. And it happened at a racetrack. So you guys knew I was at a gas station. So yeah. Let's see. He's good. He's good enough for the Christmas Eve vlog, though. I saw his appearance. Well, he didn't make an appearance. I referenced him. And I'll be honest, Visions, I didn't reference him. LC did first, and then I chimed into it. Eventually, Yakov will come back. Yakov, just give me some more time. When I'm ready, I'll let Yakov come back. So nothing against Yakov. But anyway, Visions, I knew you would get a kick out of that. So yeah, so that made my day. That was so funny. Anyway. So that's another update. The third update, Mom is doing great. Grandma's doing great. I talked to them both today. They seem to be doing all right. My mom's getting over it slowly but surely. My mom went to go visit my dad yesterday, and then my mom went to go visit my dad in the military barracks, I believe Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I would have thought they would have closed it on Christmas Day, but they don't. So I thought, oh, that's cool. At least Mom can go visit Dad. I'm planning to go visit my dad whenever I take my vacation time. So I was talking to Visions and I was talking to Pixel. So this is another update. This is another update. I'm planning to go visit my mom and my brother and my grandma and all my St. Louis friends in October. So that's the first trip. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the second trip, because I'll probably go visit Pixel sometime before that. Pixel was thinking about doing it around a con. And I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, I definitely want to hang out with you at the con, but I definitely want to have some hangout time with Pixel at his house, because I want to see the epic Pixel Visions. You have no idea. Pixel has shown me pictures of his fucking man cave, man, with all the nerdage in there. And I was like, oh, God, I got to see it. I'm like, I got to see it in real life. Get it in a fucking vlog. So I messaged Pixel, and I said, you know what we should do? I said, like, if I come on a Thursday, I said, that'll be like one day before the con, and then we'll do the con Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I said, then I'll stay like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe like go back on a Thursday. So then I've got like 3 or 4 days with you after the con, and I'm waiting for Pixel's response. So hopefully, and he said that con's in June or July, so hopefully I'll be going to visit Pixel around June or July. And then Visions, you're next. You are next. After I go visit my mom in October. So I'm thinking maybe sometime after next Christmas, go visit Visions. So yeah. So look out, baby. I'm coming to Portland, man. Yeah, right. And we're going to go nuts. And I'm going to terrorize people in Portland. I'm going to go ballistic. Movie locations, booze, strip clubs, going nuts. Fears will probably end up in jail, and Visions will have to bail me out. I'm just joking, Visions. That won't happen. That won't happen. Oh, yeah. Yo, Heroes says, yo, straight from New York City, baby, to the boot, baby. That's right. Now, Heroes, did you get my request yet? I gave a request to Heroes. I said, you got to get at least some film footage or at least a photo in front of the Ghostbuster firehouse. So, heroes, have you done that yet? I know there's lots to see in New York City, baby, but tell me you're going to do that. Vision says, Fears, are you threatening me with a good time? No, I'm not threatening you with a good time. I'm promising you a good time, buddy. It is going to be probably the most epic hangout, Visions, you've ever had in your entire life. And when I come, I'm packing solely Exhumed Visions merch to wear. So everything that you've sent me, I'm bringing. Because I think I have enough t-shirts for a whole week. And if not, I'll buy some. I'll buy some when I get there. Or I'll buy some before. So yeah. So it'll be all Exhumed Visions all the time, man. That's right. That's right. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. And Visions, I thought of another scene that we have to recreate. So you guys know one of my favorite scenes in Goonies is that I don't have the handle, open the damn lock at the very beginning. Another one, I don't know how we can recreate this, but we have to do it. We're going to order a pizza, and it's the pizza scene where the Fratellis walk in, and you find their hideout in that like rundown, shitty bar, and all of a sudden that one guy throws a barrel at the back of that guy's head, and he goes, "Hey man, you're eating my pepperoni," and all of a sudden the guy like pulls a gun on him. He goes, "You want your pepperoni? Huh? And he grabs the pepperoni and throws the pepperoni into the guy's face, and then the other guy pulls out a gun. He's like, come on, let's kill each other over the pepperoni." I fucking love that scene. We got to recreate that one too. Come on, let's kill each other over the fucking pepperoni. And then all of a sudden the mom is like, "Jake, put that gun away." And then he's like, "You always take his side, huh, Mom?" And then she's like, "That's right." And then she like slaps the guy in the face. Oh, it's fucking great. Those two scenes are, without a doubt, probably two of the greatest scenes ever in the Goonies. I love them. I love it. It's gonna be good times, Visions. So, anyway, I knew you would get a kick out of that story. And I'll be honest, the girl, she was nice, she was pretty. She seemed smart, but then after we got talking, and then as soon as she did like 20 assumptions in one thing, I was like, oh no, fuck this. I'm like, she's definitely not Fear's material. I'm like, I thought she was Fear's material, but I'm like, no. So yeah. So I'm glad that didn't work out. So yeah. Heroes, you did, wait. All the sad stuff is over now, so time to enjoy the rest of the time here. I go back Monday. All right. Well, try to have some fun with the family. I'm not begging you, but if you can get some Ghostbuster Firehouse footage in there, that'd be great. Or at least get a photo by it, because that is on Fears' bucket list. That is on Fears' bucket list. One of these days, I will get a photo in front of the Ghostbusters Firehouse. I will film myself in front of the Ghostbuster Firehouse, and then I will not leave. I will not leave New York until I knock on the firehouse door and go, "Look, I'm the biggest Ghostbuster fan alive," and then I'm going to be like, "I am not leaving here until you guys let me come in and slide down the fire pole and get it on film." And if they say no, then I'm going to just start offering them money, bitches. I'm like, "I'll give you $50, just let me do it. Let me just do it. Let me film one scene in the Ghostbuster Firehouse. You must." Like, how could you deny Fears, you know? And I'm telling you, I will not leave. If I have to sleep outside the Ghostbuster Firehouse, Fears will do it. To get that one perfect epic shot. It's going to happen. I don't care how long it takes. It will happen. Yo, Tinder Immortal, good to see you. Oh, by the way, Tinder Immortal, I don't know what happened between you and Sega, but the last time Sega was in, I said, "Yo, Tinder Immortal, what's going on?" And all of a sudden, Sega got, like, real serious, kind of upset. And I was like, "Oh," I said, Sega, "Are you and Tinder Immortal not on speaking terms?" And he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "Me and my girlfriend don't like you anymore, or don't like her anymore." And I was like, "Oh." And I didn't want any drama to start. And I was like, "All right, Sega," I said, "I won't bring her up anymore." So, if Sega's ever in here, and you come in, don't take any offense to it, Tinder Immortal. I'm just not going to bring you up because Sega got really upset. I mean, for like 2 seconds, and then like once you left, then he was back to normal epic Sega. But I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So I'm like, Fears, don't get involved. I'm like, there's been eternal peace, for a couple of months. So I'm like, Don't rock the boat. You know, I'm like, there's been peace. I'm like, me and Sega are finally back to being friends. I'm like, I want to stay friends. And I'm like, I don't want to start any drama. I'm like, no. So yeah. Anyway, Tinder Immortal says, did she have red hair? She did not have red hair. She had blondish brown. So, anyway, let's see. Heroes says, no, I filmed where the Amazing Spider-Man and Electro fought in Times Square. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god, that's fucking dope. And Rockefeller Center. Oh yeah, that's where Home Alone 2 was filmed. Oh yeah. Well, Heroes, if I was there with you, I would drag you to the Ghostbuster Firehouse. They filmed Ghostbusters 1 and 2 all around Manhattan, all around New York, on the Liberty Island in Ghostbusters 2. You've got to get at least a little footage, buddy. I'm begging you. I mean, all right, here's the thing. I'm taking back what I said. I'm not going to beg you. I'm just trying to get it in there, man. It would make your vlog, I'm telling you. Oh, it'd be so good. Anyway, Tinder Immortal says his girlfriend doesn't let him talk to any girls, so he has to hate them. Okay. I get it. I understand. Tinder Immortal says, but I'm a clown, so I don't know what their deal is. Anyway. Heroes says, okay, good, Heroes. Heroes says there's still time. All right. I'm praying to the Ghostbuster gods. I'm not trying to be cringe. I'm just praying and hope, Ghostbuster gods, let Heroes get just one frame. Because I haven't had a chance to go to New York yet. But when I do, Fears is going to raise all hell to go to every single Ghostbuster movie location. And you guys know I will. Oh, yeah. So I'm praying to the Ghostbuster gods. The Ghostbuster movie gods. That's a real thing. That Heroes can get in. Heroes says, I still have until Monday, so we'll see what happens. All right, good. Thumbs up. I won't be disappointed if you can't get in. I understand. You went there to go, bury your Uncle Pete. I get it. So I'm glad. Hey, Heroes, I'm glad that everything went good. I'm glad everything, went smoothly. You've been sending us pictures and stuff. I'm glad that you're having, fun with your family, but I'm glad you got a lot of family time in. And that's kind of how it was whenever my dad passed away. We had a nice luncheon, and then we had a nice dinner, and then I got lots of time in with, my cousins, my grandma, and my brother, and my mom, and the rest of the Fears family, and that was enjoyable. But then I got really emotional at the funeral, and then I got even more emotional because my dad's in the Army. So they had the military guys came out, and when they gave the flag to my mom, oh my god, I broke down. And then they started playing that Amazing Grace song, like on the bagpipes that they do because my dad had Scottish roots and British and Irish and Welsh and Finland roots. So I got a little bit of all that. When they started playing that, man, the waterworks did not stop for a good 25-30 minutes. I was a wreck, dude. So I'm glad everything went smoothly, man. So yeah, don't get me wrong. I really want to go there and see it also. I just hope that I have time to do it. But also I want to take some photos of it. Don't think I don't. No, I get it, Heroes. I get it. I know you want to do it, but I understand if you can't because, you're trying to get as much family time in as possible. So it was just a request. If you can get it in, great. If not, don't fucking worry about it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, buddy. I'm just saying it would look cool to see in a fucking vlog. Because all my friends have seen it so far. My buddy Eric, he's not a vlogger, but he's been in the vlog once or twice. He's kind of shy in front of the camera. He's even seen it. Him and his wife took a photo in front of it. And he texted it to me and said, hey, Fears, guess what? Beat you to it, buddy. And I was like, oh, you bastard. And he's like, don't worry, Fears, you'll see it someday. And I was like, oh, I said, I know I'll see it. I said, it's going to happen. When? I don't know, but it will happen. I don't care if I'm 90 and they have to pull the goddamn, bed, the hospital bed, in front of the fucking Ghostbuster firehouse, it will happen. It's going to happen. Just like how I'm going to meet the great Sega Camp Gamer one day. That will happen. Just like how I'm going to meet the epic, 6'5" Pixel. It's going to happen. Or actually, I think he's taller than that. It's going to be nuts. Picture this. Pixel's way up there. And Fears, 5'5", 5'6", way down here. Yo, Pixel, hand me a beer, buddy. Oh, okay. Throw it to me, And then Visions, how tall are you? You're pretty tall, right? You're 6'1". All my friends, online, offline, you guys are all taller than me. I'm a short motherfucker. That's right. That's right. Because Heroes is what? You're 5'9", right? 5'10", Heroes? Something like that. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the vlog. Did you and your little one go on some toy hunts? I know you said you're gonna hit up some toy huntage in Manhattan. That's gonna be an epic vlog, guys. Anyway, so let's see what other updates before I start my topics. I told you guys about the mom. I've told you about the crazy girl at the gas station that was assuming everything about Vision's merch that was totally fucking wrong and totally wrong about me. I did some grocery shopping today. I worked out. I ran on the treadmill for 40 minutes. So we're doing good. I'm not all the way there, but we're getting good. Grocery shopping. I've slowly but surely started to take down some of the Christmas stuff. Hopefully by the next 2 weeks or the next 3 weeks. The very last thing I take down is my Christmas tree. And it's a fierce tradition. Ever since I was 5, my mom and dad would leave up the tree all through November, all through December, and all through January. And then February 1st, that first week, boom, everything goes down. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, right, Visions. Visions says, well, Fears, actually, I'm 8 foot tall. I believe that you're 6'1". 8 foot tall, though, that's, oh, God, that's like as tall as my ceiling. Hero says, Fears, you'll be tall enough to tickle his nuts. Well, I don't plan on tickling anyone's nuts, so, no, I'm good on that. No. And Visions, absolutely no Twinkle Toes guy, because that guy freaks me out. Yeah, the Twinkle Toes guy, I know you're buddy with him, but I don't know, man. That guy, he was on his belly, dangling his feet back and forth, and he called himself Mr. Twinkle Toes. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge, but... And then that one guy in the video, the guy with the fucking Hawaiian shirt and the glasses, I don't know who that guy is. I think he's he's from a different community. He was really getting into it. He's like, hey, you mind if I take some, feet pics? And I'm like, what the fuck did Vision send me? Vision sent me this video clip, and I even used it in a vlog. And, oh my God, it was nuts. I just couldn't do it. It was funny for the vlog, but I don't know if I could meet that guy in real life, man. Mr. Twinkle Toes. Hero says, I'm 5'6", but some days I wake up 6'9". No, you're 6'9", buddy. You're definitely 6'9". Or I know you're 6 foot something, Heroes. There's no way. I'm 5'6". I'm a short motherfucker. That's not normal for guys. Most guys are like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". I wish the good Lord, the Almighty, my buddy, my pal, I love you. I love God. Hey, I love your son, Jesus. You think you could hook me up with some height? No, Fears. Fuck you. All right. Well, shit. As for much as I love, the Lord, he did not give me any height. He said, you know what, Fears? He goes, I'll give you a huge penis and I'll make you funny. And I was like, all right, that's a deal. So I can handle it. I can handle having a huge penis and being funny over, no height. So there it is. Let's just put it this way. No female has ever complained. So there we are. That was probably way too much information for you guys to know, but, now you know. All right, let's see. Any more updates? Oh, yeah, church this Sunday. And they're having, I believe, wait, hang on. Let me look at my calendar. There's a chili meal. I love chili. It doesn't do good for Fears' gas problem, but I love chili. Those beans, man. Whew. The Crohn's will be making a Fears fart. The chili cook-off is either this weekend or next week. Oh, no, it's next weekend. So, next weekend. So, today, Sunday, they're just doing a potluck. So, I'm looking forward to the potluck. And they're going to serve soup. So, I'm probably going to bring a dessert. I'm going to see if they have an apple pie at Walmart. So, I'll probably bring something like that, I try to help out where I can. And then next week at church is the chili cook-off. So, I'm looking forward to that. The best chili I've had so far in Florida, guys, Publix. And it was so good I Instagrammed it. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I think Pixel liked it. And I think Visions liked it. It was so good. It was Instagram worthy. It was Instagram worthy. So yeah, we got 11 people watching. I appreciate that. Tinder Immortal says, "Whoa, a chili cook-off sounds epic." It does, and so the chili cook-off is so I'm gonna donate some money, and so you pay for the chili, and then we vote on who has the best chili at church, and then all those proceeds go to a certain charity. I don't remember what charity it is, but I know it's for some charity because. Remember Thanksgiving in the vlog, I donated that money, that was on the table. I donated $10 and that went to needy families, that went to the homeless. And I just told them, look, I don't care how you split up my $10, just make sure each charity gets a little something. And that bowl on the table around Thanksgiving, because I did I did a Thanksgiving church vlog, and that food was good. That went to needy families, Make-A-Wish Foundation, for the kids, and 2 other charities, I think. Oh, the homeless shelters and then the soup kitchens in Orlando. That's what my pastor told me, and I was like, all right, here's $10. So I don't know what charity the chili cook-off is going to, all the proceeds, but I'll find out. I don't know if I'm going to vlog it. I've already got enough vlogs to handle. Tonight I'm working on... the Christmas Day vlog. By the way, heroes and everybody else, I'm sure lots of people have seen it, but in case you have not seen it, the Christmas Eve vlog is up. I'm doing a lot better than last year. Last year, Vision saw all my Christmas videos, just like you guys, in July, and I loved Vision's comment. He's like, hey, Fears, this is fucking awesome. Christmas in July, yeah, buddy. And I was like, right on, yeah. So I'm trying to get the content up quicker. So I have been. So there we are. So it'll either be up tonight or after church tomorrow or Monday. But I'm going to work on it tonight. Hero says, don't forget, Fears, you are still growing. I am. Fears the man-child. I'm still growing. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to get much higher than this. I've been kind of at this height since, 16, 17? And now I'm 39, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, I do a little growing. A little bit more. Let's see, is there any other updates before I get to the topics? I think that's everything. All right, so today's topics are famous friend stories. I've told you some epic, legendary stories about Trent. Trent is the master creator of Chung, Bung, Sung, Gung, all that bullshit. But man, when you get me, Eric, Tommy, Trent, Jesse, and Brian, those are all my friends in St. Louis, mad fucking chaos ensues. But good mad fucking chaos ensues. We've almost got arrested. Eric one time blew up someone's mailbox by accident. All sorts of crazy shit. I wasn't there for that one. But when they got back, they were all covered in smoke. And I was like, what the fuck have you guys been into? And then they told me, and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? So thank God I wasn't there for that one. So that's topic number one. Topic number two, my love for conventions. I've told you guys about conventions, but I never told you where the love stems from, the conventions. And then the third one, my GoodWill haul. And I'm actually going to start with the GoodWill haul because I have it right over here. So let's do that one first. So I was out and about, and on the weekends I usually try and hit up some thrift stores or a flea market. And I'll be honest, sadly, Tinder Immortal, they have tons of Blu-rays, tons of DVDs, not one goddamn VHS. And I was like, really? Really? So yeah, nothing. Anyway, so here's the haul. Booyah, right here. All right, here we go. So, first thing I got, these really cool. So whenever I'm watching movies, I just love the artwork on it. These popcorn bowls. So yeah, pretty awesome shit. And then, let's see here. And then I got these rad sunglasses. But here's the thing. Fears never puts anything on my body or my face from a thrift store until, like these sunglasses, I would never put them on my face until I run them through the dishwasher. Because you never know who used these before you. They could have hair on them. They could have lice. Someone, could have stuck this up their butt. Anything. Anything. And that would be kind of hard to get this up your butt. But you never know. There's crazy psychos out there. So I always, if it's a shirt, and I don't like, and I remember the lady, she said, oh, well, she goes, you don't have to wash any of the shirts. We always wash everything. And I'm like, what I really said, because I'm nice, I was like, yeah, okay, no worries. When I got to the car, I was like, I don't care what that lady said. I'm like, I bought this shirt. It's immediately going into the washer before I wear it. And anything I get like this, I put it in the dishwasher. So, like, I'll probably wear these this weekend on the way to church, but they're going in the dishwasher tonight. So, yeah. Fortune Son is the perfect song to play at those tributes. Tributes. I don't know what you're on about, Tinder Immortal. So yeah, that's a thing. If you guys get anything from a thrift store, a flea market, make sure you wash it. Again, COVID, someone could have been, wearing this with COVID. You never know. So, like, after I get done with the stream, I'm going to wash my hands because I touched it, so. Fears is very OCD. Like, I take care of myself. I don't risk anything when it comes to germs, man. No. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I got another bowl. The same one. I got two. And I got those deals. 50 cents. This is, it was $3. It was $3. It was $3. Fears got them for $1.50, motherfucker. All right. I got some movies. Fantastic Four. Zack and Miri make a porno with Seth Green and Elizabeth Banks. And I don't remember this fucking guy, but this guy is fucking hilarious. He's been in tons of Kevin Smith movies, and I fucking love that guy. He's hysterical. And I love Seth Rogen. He's hysterical, too. Hop. And then these funny, hilarious Valentine's Day boxer shorts for the ladies. Shh. Actually, I just got them because they look hilarious. And then, when I was at Walmart, I picked this up. I've been dying to see this movie. So this ain't from GoodWill, but I put it in the bag, so I'm going to add it to the haul. I got this at Walmart. Finally, Fierce is going to watch it tonight. I'll do a progress report, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. Bam! Right there. Black Adam. Cannot wait to watch it. It's going to be good stuff. I'm very excited. I'm very, 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 very excited. So there it is. That is, that's the haul for this weekend. We'll see what I get at GoodWill or a flea market or, a shopping plaza next weekend. There we are. So far for the Pixel trip, Fears has saved up $3,000. Now, will I use that whole $3,000 for the trip? Probably not. But I've been saving. I've been saving. So Pixel, where the hell is Pixel anyway? I'm streaming. He should be here. I'm just joking. He doesn't have to be here, but I keep saying visions. Pixel, when you see this, I cannot wait to meet you, buddy. I cannot wait. It's gonna be good times, my friend. Sega, Tommy, don't worry. I'm gonna meet Tommy NC 2010 again, and we're gonna tear it up in Black Mountain. Tommy keeps going on and on about this fucking Denny's in Black Mountain, and I'm like, Tommy, I don't want to burst his bubble. And in my mind, I'm like, it's just probably a normal Denny's, you know, in Black Mountain. But apparently to Tommy, it's the most epic, legendary Denny's of all time. So he's like, Fears, when you come down, we gotta go to Denny's, man. We gotta go to Denny's. And I was like, we can do that. We can go to Denny's. He's like, Fears, you don't understand, man. And he goes, this fucking Denny's is legendary. And I was like, so what's legendary? Oh, man, I've logged there all the time. And I was like, right on, Tommy, that's cool. Because I don't want to hurt his feelings. So I love the guy. He's fucking great. And he was like, man, it's legendary. And I was like, all right, yeah, right on. That's cool. In my mind, I'm like, it's just probably a Denny's. But I'm like, some people would say that stuff about, you know, my vlog. Like, Fears, you know, like, we've seen a miniature golf vlog a million times. And I'm like, I don't care. I fucking love miniature golf. So, up your ass, you know? You know? You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't want to burst Tommy's bubble. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, Tommy, I love biscuits and gravy. I love pancakes. Let's Denny's it up, buddy. Denny's it up. And he's like, man, Fears, you can interview the manager. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, that would be fucking hilarious. I'm like, and I said, Tommy, I said, I'll do it. I said, I will just go up to the manager and be like, look, listen, you need to sit down in this booth with me, and I need to get a fucking interview. And then the manager's going to be like, well, why? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, Tommy told me to do it, so I have to fucking do it. So, hey, sit your ass down in this booth, and I have to interview. How do you make those fucking pancakes? Let me know. Tell me. Are yours the best biscuits and gravy? So, I'm doing it. I don't care what the manager says. I'd be like, hey, lard ass, get over here, sit down in this booth. So there it is. There it is. Yo, pretend story times. What up, buddy? So anyway, if you have not seen the Christmas Eve vlog, Christmas Eve 2022, it's up. It's already got 7 likes on it. People seem to really enjoy it. It's packed, filled worth of goodies. I went out to lunch, got a really good steak burger. Right before church at Elsie's party, I went to the Mickey's Winter Wonder World and did a little mini vlog there because I've been practicing. Because Sam said, Fears, we still gotta do that rematch of golf. Because remember, the first time we played, me and Sam tied, and I've never tied anyone. And you guys know I'm not bullshitting you because me and Sam both showed our cards on film, and we both got 55. I've never tied anyone ever in miniature golf. I think I've tied someone playing normal golf. I think I tied my brother once in normal golf, but that's normal golf. I've never, ever, 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 until I met Sam, tied anyone in miniature golf. So he's like, Fierce, don't worry. He's like, we gotta rematch. So that rematch is happening sometime this year. I don't know when. But so I went there and just played a little miniature golf for 2 reasons. 1, I knew you guys would love that part in the vlog. 2, I hadn't been to Disney, did anything Disney in a while, and I love doing Disney-related, vlogs, whether it's in the park or the miniature golf or the water slide parks. Which, by the way, I've yet to do a water park vlog yet. But listen, I will. It's on my to-do list. And some of the best ones are in Universal, the water parks, and some of the other good ones are. They took out my favorite one when I was a kid. Oh, hang on, what the hell was it called? Fuck. Me and my family went there all the time. Where it was now sits. It was right behind Epcot. Oh no, not Epcot. Not Epcot. Hollywood Studios. And so they tore down the water park. That was my favorite. And now what's there? So right behind Hollywood Studios was this epic fucking water park. And I forgot the name of it. And they tore it down. I guess it went out of business like It was really popular in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, but around 2003, I guess for some reason people started not going, and they're like, all right, tearing it down, and they tore it down, and then for a while nothing was there. And then when they decided to add on to Hollywood Studios, they made Galaxy's Edge. So where that water park stood at one time now stands Galaxy's Edge. And I think the water park was called Laguna Beach. I think. And it had the most epic fucking water slides. That was my favorite one in Florida. And now it's gone forever. There's old pictures of me and my dad and my grandma and my mom, and so we'll have the memories. But when I moved down here, I found out that someone told me at work, because I was planning to do a vlog there, rehash some of those family memories. And all of a sudden, my friend's like, "Oh yeah, Fears, they tore that fucking thing down years ago." I was like, "Really?" I'm like, "They tore it down?" And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "That's gone forever." And I was like, "Shit." I was like, "Well, fuck me in the ass." I'm like, "God damn it." Don't actually fuck me in the ass. That would hurt. That would hurt just a little bit. Just a little bit. Actually, probably a lot, but there it is. People are into that weird kinky shit. Anyway, let's see what else. Let's see. I already did the haul. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys before I go on to the next topic. So I finally got a hold of Sam. So I go up to Sam and he's like, "Fears, where were you? Where have you been?" I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I've been here working." I said, "We just haven't bumped into each other." I said, "Where have you been, buddy?" And he's like, "I've been here." And I said, "Well," I saw you the other day, but I said, you were so busy. I said, I didn't want to bug you. I said, plus, I said, I was exhausted, dripping with sweat because we had, 70,000 plus boxes. I said, I was ready to go home and soak in a warm tub. Ooh, Vision says, "You know what, Fears? My friend Twinkle Toes could help." Oh my God. No, Visions. No. That's what I got to say about that. I'm begging him, man. No Twinkle Toes. Because when I come to visit you, I know he's just going to pop out of fucking nowhere and go like, "Oh, hey there, Fears. Dingle, 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 dingle." And I'm going to be like, and then all of a sudden it's going to cut to me, Visions, like in that fucking shitty horror film, like, what was it? Fucking Trolls 3 or some shit. They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God! Wait, there's no Trolls 3. Whatever, Trolls 2 or whatever the fuck it was. They're both shit, but they're great shit. Anyway, it has the worst acting in it. But yeah, that'd be nuts. I've actually used that "oh my God" in a couple of vlogs. It's so great. And I read online, Visions, I guess the guy didn't know, but when he screams "oh my God," a fly flies into camera and lands on his cheek or near his eyeball or on his glasses or some shit, and they didn't mean to do that. So it's even more fucking cringe. Because he's like, "They're eating her! And then they're gonna eat me!" And then all of a sudden it cuts to like the trolls like eating all this like green liquid or some shit off the ground, and then that real skinny like witch bitch like massaging, and she's got like hair like on her fucking chin, and she's like like all that shit. And then all of a sudden it cuts back to him going, "Oh my God." It's fucking great. Anyway, what was I on about? Let's see here. Oh yeah, so I told Sam, I said, "Sam, the fans think we're not friends anymore." And he said, "What the hell are you on about, Fears?" And I said, "Well," "we haven't hung out." I said, "The last time we hung out was a month ago." I said, "When we did the Dead Space." And he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "By the way," he's like, "did the fans enjoy it?" I said, "Oh," I said, "Yeah." I said, "Dude," I said, "the fans loved it." I said, "I loved the game." I said, "They loved it so much." I said, "I inspired Visions." I said, "Visions started playing the game." And he goes, "Oh, really?" He goes, "What did Visions think about it?" I said, "As far as I know, he told me he loves it." And then Sam was like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." I said, not Pixel. I said, "Visions one day wrote me and said, 'Hey, Fears, guess what I'm playing?' And I was like, 'I have no idea.' And he goes, 'I'm playing Dead Space.' And I was like, 'Oh, dude, that's fucking cool.' I'm like, 'Right on.' And then Sam looked at me, Vision, and said, 'Fears, be honest. Like, did you really like the game?' I said, 'I fucking loved it.' I said, killing zombies on a space station. You're going there to make routine maintenance, and then all of a sudden you get to the fucking space station, and all fucking mad chaos and all hell breaks loose, and there's fucking killer eating zombies all over the fucking station. Oh, you bet your ass I love it. And he goes, and then Sam said, fears. He goes, you have no idea. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, dude, the second one is even 90 times better. A direct quote. He said, 90 times better than the first one. And I was like, I can't wait, man. I said, I mean, the first one's pretty legendary. And I said, that one's going to be pretty hard to top. But I'm like, if it tops it, then fuck yeah, let's play it. So I'm hoping that me and Sam are going to do a stream tomorrow. Because I asked him, I said, well, hey, I know you've been busy. And he goes, yeah, Fears, I'm not trying to avoid you or the fans. He goes, drivers have such a busier schedule than package handlers. And I said, oh, dude, I said, you're preaching to the choir. I said, I get it. I said, I understand. I said, dude, I know you're fucking busy. I said, I know you're fucking busy. And then he was like, well, what are you doing this weekend? I said, I'm going to church. I said, the only thing I've got planned, I said, tomorrow, I think I'm going to go watch in the theater Violent Night. Because Visions told me about it. And you said Visions Violent Night was pretty dope. You said it wasn't like, a perfect A+, but it wasn't like an F. Like an F-. So, you said it was like middle, like B, C. I was like, I want to see Violent Night. It looked hilarious. And I watched the trailer. So, I told Sam, I said, Sam, the only thing I've got planned, while you're working tomorrow during the day, I said, I think I'm going to go see Violent Night. And then I said, I've got church on Sunday. And he's like, and then he's like, okay. And he goes, depending on how many packages I get. And I was like, well, do you want to hang out Saturday? And he goes, again, Fears, depending on how many packages I get. He goes, let's try and hang out tomorrow. And I said, all right, Sam. I said, last time you paid for the food. So I said, this time, I said, I'll pay. And he goes, all right, cool. He's like, well, Fears, it's a good thing that you're paying because I haven't got paid yet. He goes, and tomorrow, he goes, I'm so broke because they haven't paid me yet. He goes, I have to get my oil changed after work. He goes, and I have to put it on my credit card. And I was like, I get it. I understand, buddy. So he goes, so if we hang out, buddy, he's like, I said, if we hang out, I said, what type of food do you want? He's like, I don't care, Fears. He's like, you know me. He goes, I'm easy Ozy. And I said, pizza? And he was like, yeah. He's like, just go to the store and get us some frozen pizza. And I was like, check, buddy. Pretend Story says, yeah, I haven't seen Sam in ages. He will be missed. Well, he's not gone forever. He will be back. Pretend Stories. So hopefully a video game stream tomorrow to continue some more epic Dead Space. Give me 1 second because someone just texted me and I heard it go doo 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 doo. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Well, good old Grandma Fierce texted me. She always calls me Johnny. Hey, Johnny, I just wanted to say hi. I love and miss you and can't wait to see you around your birthday. Well, thanks, Grandma. I love you too. I love you too. I'll text her right after this stream is done. Good old Grandma Fears. I tell you what, she's getting up in age, but Grandma Fears is still hanging on. She's 87, and I really admire that because she's been there. She's done that, she's seen everything. So, way to go, Grandma Fears. All right, well, I will text her after this is done. So, yeah. All right. So he's not going anywhere. And then I said, Sam, you want to hear something even more hilarious? And he goes, what? I said, I had to block a fake Sam. And he goes, oh my God. He goes, are you serious, Fears? I said, not only once, buddy. I said, I had to block a fake Sam part dosage. And he goes, Fears, I don't get it. He goes, why do they make up fake profiles of people you know? I said, because they're fucking weird. I said, there's a lot of psychos, there's a lot of idiot, moron trolls out there, Sam. I said, they try to get a rise out of me, and then they'll make you believe that it's somebody else. Like, hey, Fears, it's Randy. And I'm like, hey, guess what? You're an idiot. All I have to do is just go over to the chat, click on your profile, and if there's tons of videos, then I know it's Randy. If there's no videos, then it's not Randy. You're a fucking idiot, and you're blocked. So Sam's like, did you block him, Fears? I said, I did. I said, I blocked Sam 1, and I blocked Sam 2. And then Sam was like, you think they'll do it again? I said, I know they'll do it again. I said, they just pick the right times. Like, they'll wait a month or two, and they'll think Fears, like, forgets. And then I'm like, no, you're a fucking idiot. I'm 20 steps ahead of you. I'm always 20 steps ahead of you. You make a video, I'll just take your channel down. You make 5 videos, I'll take every single video down, and then I'll say fuck you, and then take your channel down anyway. So I'm like, I said, Sam, they honestly think they're going to win. I said, they know not to fuck with me too much, because if I get pissed enough, I'm like, all right, you're done. You're blocked. And then I'll block them, and I'll take all their videos down. I said, Sam, I said, I am known as the takedown channel master. I said, I've took down many. Like Violent Joe, he got sick of it, and he's never came back from YouTube ever again. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that. He made, I believe, 15 Violent Joe channels, and every single one had about 4 or 5 troll videos, and every single one I took down every single video, and I took down like 15 channels, and he literally wrote me an email and said, all right, Veers, you win. I'm sick of it. I'm done. And I went, I know you are. I'm like, you were never going to win that battle. You're a fucking moron. You're a fucking idiot. End quote. And I've never heard from him ever again. So Sam's like, I just don't get it, Fears. He goes, they waste so much time. I'm like, I get you, Sam. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, they waste so much time. It's ridiculous. But I told Sam, I was like, Sam, it only happened. I said, the fake profiles, I said, they only happen once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. And so, yeah. So, yep. So Sam should be back hopefully tomorrow. Sam said, Fears, if we can't hang out tomorrow, then definitely in about a week or two. And I said, all right. I said, Sam, call me or text me either way. So hopefully we get a Sam and Fears epic, because I know you guys love those live streams. I said, Sam, not only do the fans like it, I said, I love the video game streams. And I even told Sam, I said, Sam, you're a great friend. And I said, I appreciate you. Help me get back into video games. So Visions, whenever I come, we'll definitely have to get on some, I don't know if you're into Resident Evil, but we'll have to play some Resident Evil. We'll definitely have to play. I know you have Dead Space. We'll have to play. Oh, and Visions, I'm so glad you told me. This is pretty cool. I didn't know this about Visions. Visions told me that his bunny rabbit, he's got 2 bunny rabbits. One of them was not feeling good, and he told me that the other one is starting to feel better. So Visions, I'm glad that your bunny is getting better. You know, I know you said didn't have a problem with its ear or something. They had to do surgery or something, whatever it was. I can't remember, but I'm glad that the bunny's doing okay. That's good, buddy. That is good. All right, moving on. So I'll tell you guys some famous Fear stories. Let's see. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Pixel says we should get Tommy NC 2010 a hooker when you come. I would fucking lose my mind. Oh my god. I'm losing it, Pixel. I don't know, man. I don't know how Tommy would take that. Like, on one aspect, I think he'd be excited. But on another side, I don't know if he would get... Anyway, leave me out of that, Pixel. But no, Pixel, I was telling everybody, I said... Like you said, you're not sure when the hangout is. And the reason why I was trying to get a hold of you so much, Pixel, is in a couple of weeks, like, I have to put my vacation time in. They said, here's how the vacation goes. They said, if you put in months and months and months in advance, they said, you're guaranteed to get it. They said, if you do it a month before, or 2 months before, or a week before, we're going to look at you and go, yeah, Fears, you're not getting that vacation off. So I definitely want to take off around my birthday and celebrate my birthday and Halloween with my family and my friends. Because Eric said, Fears, if you come, he goes, I'm already going to throw you, my legendary Halloween / birthday party. He goes, remember all the fun we had at your Halloween / birthday party? We celebrated your birthday on Halloween. I was like, I remember, buddy. I said, that was a legendary party. So I said, the plan is, I said, I'm going to hang out with a friend sometime. And I didn't say your name, Pixel, but I said, I'm going to hang out with a friend. I said, we've been trying to make this hangout go for a couple of years now. And then Eric doesn't know your name, but I've told him a little bit about you, Pixel, and a little bit of Visions. And he goes, Fears, is it that one guy that you always talk about, his website? I said, not that. I said, that trip's going to be next year. I said, it's the other guy. I said, the other guy that goes ballistic on conventions just like I do. He goes, oh yeah. He goes, I know what guy you're talking about. He goes, when's that trip? I said, well, it's going to be hopefully before I come. I said, that trip's going to be first. I said, and then I'm going to roll into Missouri a couple months later and hang out with you and your wife, and we're going to do the party and then hang out with, Enzo. Enzo's been dying for me to take him for a walk. So I'm going to hang out with Enzo. I'm going to hang out with my brother and Grandma, of course. I'm going to take Grandma out to lunch. And because Grandma, as soon as I told her, she goes, can we do our annual lunch? I said, yeah, of course, Grandma. I said, I'll take you out. I said, where do you want to go? It just is now, Grandma's getting kind of older, so she can only walk a certain amount of time before she gets really tired. So I said, Grandma, she's like, oh, it'll be too much to take my wheelchair. I said, Grandma, no, it won't. I said, all we have to do is pack up the wheelchair, and put it in the back of the car. I said, whenever you get tired, just let me know. I said, I'll go out to the car and get your wheelchair. I said, don't worry about it. And then she was like, are you sure? I said, I'm sure. I said, I want to take my grandma out to lunch. I said, don't even worry about it. I said, we'll figure it out. And so Pixel, I told them, I said, so that trip's going to happen. And then that's why I was saying, I think what we should do, I was telling the fans, Pixel, I said, what we should do is, you wanted to do it around a convention, which is fine. But I also want to get some hangout time with you after the convention. I want to see your epic man cave. I want to play some video games with you. So I was telling the fans what I should do is, if the convention's on a Friday, I said, I'll come Thursday, hang out with you at the convention, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then stay for 2 or 3 more days after the convention so we can go around South Carolina. Oh, wait, you live in North Carolina, right? Oh, shit, I forgot. North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever you live. I wanted you to show me around your town. I wanted to get a picture in front of that Michael Myers house. And then I wanted to check out that Wizard of Oz abandoned place or whatever the hell you told me about. That sounded cool. And then I wanted to play some video games. So if I stayed for 5 or 6 days, we should be able to make all that happen. Go to the convention, get some cool fucking footage at the convention. Because Pixel's been telling me about this RallyCon. What? Pixel, is as long as you and me became friends, you've told me about, you said, Fears, this RallyCon is fucking legendary. You said it's probably the biggest convention you've ever went to. You said the convention center is just going fucking nuts. So I was like, all right. I said, what we should do is me and Pixel hang out during the convention with all of his other buddies. I said, and then I'll stay a couple days after the convention, and we can drink some beer and get some pizza and play some video games, and we'll figure it out. I just have to know soon, Pixel, so I can buy my tickets for the convention, put in my time at work, because my boss was like, well, Fears, you know how it works. He said, you got to put in your time super early. He goes, so you can get it. He goes, because I know your family and friends mean a lot to you. And I said, well, yeah. And he goes, I would put it in, no later than 3 weeks from now. So let me know, Pixel, because the quicker you tell me, the quicker I can put it in, and I know for a fact I can get it. So let me know, buddy. Let me know. Let me knows. Because I have to put in my time super quick. Vision said they chopped her ear off. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Visions. I know you said one ear was fine, so she's not totally deaf. Your bunny can still hear in one ear, right? You just said she was having difficulty with the other ear and they amputated it or something. So yeah, Vision says, but the rabbit is still cute. Well, yeah, of course she's cute, Of course. Cameo Man says, I know his name, Bond. James Bond. There he is. There is Lord Randall. Randall, how art is thou? Thouest is doing glorious in thy own kingdom. That's right. Shout out to Joy Boy. Everyone's saying rip Sam. He's not gone forever. Sam is just, I know you guys are fucking around and joking around with me. Sam will be back. Sam is just working. You can't fault him for working, He's making his living. Yo, Rezzy! What's up? Rezzy, unfortunately, I should have came on StreamYards, so I could invite people in, because now I've got some more stream time. But I didn't know if anyone was going to come in, because it's like the middle of the day. So I was like, I'll just do it solo today. So shout out to Cameo Man, Joy Boy, Girl Gamer, Visions, JG, Pixel. Who else is in here? Pretend Stories, Tender Immortal, Heroes and Villains. Who else? Richie. Hell yeah. Yeah. That's right, Visions. Yeah. She had cancer on her ear. She can still hear. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad that she can still hear. That sucks that she had cancer, though. I mean, that's nuts. But I'm glad the surgery. I'm glad your bunny's okay. Visions, I forgot to ask. You said your two bunnies like hate each other. Have they started to like get along? Have they started to like each other, or is it still like World War 17? You know, between your two rabbits. You know, let me know. Cameo Man says this is actually a troll posing as random. No, it's not. Here, let me check the channel. Because you know, if it really is a troll, I'll be like, yeah, bye, you're gone, and I'll block it in 2 seconds. Nope, this is Randall. This is Randall. Randall, you're pulling a funny on me. You son of a bitch! How dare you, Randall? How dare... Oh, yeah, Randall, by the way, epic Visions shirt, man. Randall, and I'm very ashamed of you. You have yet to watch Return of the Living Dead. How could you not watch it? It is epic. And Visions, you know my favorite scene, where Spider and, is it Bert? No, it's Frank. No, Frank's the fucking, old fat guy. Yeah, Bert, the guy that owns the medical center, where they go for the fucking car, and then he's all like, we gotta split, and then Spider's like, no, we can't split, you fucking coward, and he's like, there's goddamn zombies all over the fucking car, he goes, they would have tore the goddamn car, and he's like, coward, and he's like, fuck you, and then they are roaming through the fucking, I mean, like 90 miles an hour through the fucking graveyard. They almost hit 3 zombies on the way out of the fucking graveyard, and then he's like, hang on, here we go, blast through the fucking, like, graveyard doors, drive down the road about half a mile, all of a sudden Spider goes, what the fuck? And there's an army of fucking zombies running towards the car. And then, Bert's like, oh, Jesus H. Christ. They're on the fucking car. He fucking hits the lever, reverses it, plows through the fucking zombies. And what the thing is, Visions, I'm like, why didn't he just back up and drive around the fucking zombies? But Bert, being an idiot, he backs up. And he's like, back to the warehouse. And he drives around the fucking zombies to the warehouse. And on the way, he hits 2 zombies that collide into the fucking wall. And then all of a sudden Spider gets out and Spider grabs Bert and he's like, come on, you stupid fucking honky. Get in the warehouse. And I fucking lose my mind every single time because I'm like, dude, all you have to do is fucking back up. Or who cares? Who cares if your car gets damaged? Just put it in reverse, back up a little bit. Back up. And then just plow your way through the fucking zombies. And then get the fuck out of there. That's what doesn't make any sense, but it's still a great movie. I still love it. Let's see. Vision says, we haven't put them side by side yet. They'll tear each other up. Oh, really? Is it that much of a hate-hate relationship? Damn. Oh, shit, man. That's crazy. Cameo Man says, I'll enroll you in WWE, and your wrestling name is the Troll Hunter. I'd fucking lose my mind, Randall. Either the Troll Hunter or, Fears Man is a pretty epic wrestler name. Pixel already knows. I have 3 favorite things in wrestling. I love Stone Cold Steve Austin, just how cold he is and, how he doesn't give a damn, just drinks beer and just goes fucking nuts and, literally just goes ballistic on anyone and everyone. There's this one time where, Pixel, you may have to help me out on this. It was a band of 3 guys, and they've got some beer, and Stone Cold is walking down the hallway, and he's like, hey, look, guys, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then another guy's like, Steve, I just wanted to show you some respect. I got you some beer, man. And then he, looks down and goes, you got Stone Cold Steve Austin some beer? And he's like, yeah. And then he just goes, huh, and throws it over his fucking shoulder. And he's like, I don't want anything from you assholes. And then He goes, clear the fucking way. And then they just part the seas, and then he walks away. And then one of the three guys, they're all in like matching costumes. One of the three guys just looks and goes, what an asshole. And I fucking lost it. I don't know. Maybe it was like the guys that did the X shit. I don't know who it was. It was three fucking guys that tried to offer him some beer. And Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't having it. So Stone Cold Steve Austin is one of my favorite things. The second one is the feud between Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just him terrorizing him. And, like, Vince, like, just crawling on the ground, begging for forgiveness and shit. Like, no, Stone Cold Steve Austin, no more! And then he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna put cement in your goddamn car. And then he takes over Vince McMahon's job and just terrorizes the shit out of him. And it's one of the greatest things in wrestling ever. I fucking love it. And then the third one, of course, from my childhood, you know, Hulkamaniac, you know? The Hulkster. I've yet to meet him, but one of these days, I'm going to go down to his beat shop in, where is it? He's got two beat shops. I've went to one with Randy, and that's in Orlando. The other one is in, I think it's, Clearwater. But Clearwater's like 3 hours away, so that's quite a drive. But one of these days, I'm gonna drive down there because the guy that was running the store, Visions, in the Orlando one, I asked him. I said, "Hey, does the Hulkster ever come?" And he goes, he kind of comes to the Orlando one like every once in a blue moon. He goes, but if you really want to meet him, he goes, he's always at the Clearwater store. He goes, we've got two locations. He goes, this one's the biggest location. He goes, and then the one that started it all is the smaller one. And he goes, he lives right by that in Clearwater. He goes, his little Clearwater beach shop is literally like 8 minutes from his house. I said, really? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, he lives in a big mansion in Clearwater. And I was like, all right, cool. He goes, you just need to know what day. And I said, well, how many times does he come throughout the week? He goes, you'll probably see him. He goes, 4 or 5. He goes, it just depends on what day, you know? And I was like, okay, so one of these days I'd love to meet him and I'd love to get him in a vlog. And then I would just turn on the camera, you know, the GoPro that my dad gave me and go, Hulkster, just give me one of your fucking legendary old promo and just go fucking nuts. Or just make a new promo and let the camera roll and just be like, yo, brothers, like, I'm on Fears Man 26's fucking channel. He goes, you better watch this motherfucker, you know, or what are you gonna do, brother, when the fucking Hulkster comes down and chokes the shit out of you, and, like, you know, and that'd be fucking great. That'd be fucking great. That'd be amazing. It's gonna happen. Oh, nice. Girl Gamer says, guess what, Fears? I bought a new car. Well, you were telling me that you had car problems the last time you were in here. I'm glad you finally figured it all out, and I'm glad I'm glad you got it. Cameo Man says, what are you talking about? I've seen all the Night of the Living Dead. No. I'm not talking about Night of the Living Dead. I'm talking about Return of the Living Dead, Randall. The parody, the comedy one. The one with Tarman. Not the Night of the Living Dead series. The parody one. You know, the shitty, like, classic 80 ones with the Tarman. You know, and the punk rocker guy. Like, you think this is a fucking costume? Man, this is a way of life. Well, it wasn't a way of life, because in the next scene, you get your head bit off by Tarman, and there's blood everywhere. So, there you go, buddy. There you are. I used to love zombie and horror movies in the 80s and 90s. I've seen all the Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Night of the Living Dead is another series. Have you seen Return of the Living Dead? Hang on, let me get Randy on the phone. Randy, if you have seen this one, then, you know, I apologize. I didn't think you had seen Return of the Living Dead with the Tar Man. Hang on. Because I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. I want to make sure Randy's seen this. Hang on. Oh, hang on. We'll get down to the bottom of it. Randy?
Yeah, dude, I've seen Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, okay.
Those were in the 80s and 90s.
Okay, my mistake, man. I knew you had seen, like, Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and...
Yeah, well, I watched all those movies back in the 80s and 90s. I used to be a big horror film buff.
I just...
My favorite one was Nightmare on Elm Street. That was my jam.
Okay. Well, that's not a zombie one, but no, I get what you're saying. I just didn't, for some reason, I didn't
Yeah,
think.
it's the horror movies out of the 80s and 90s.
I just because it's a parody, it's a funny zombie film. I just didn't think you'd seen that one, but yeah, that one's great. So Randy, somewhere in the cartoon series, we've got to have Fears Man and Randall Brown scene, and we have to recreate my favorite scene out of Return of the Living Dead, like where they're like, we got to split, and they're like driving through the fucking graveyard and almost like killing 3 zombies on the way out, and then just blast their way through the graveyard doors and shit. I don't care where, just in a future episode. But let's try and get Fears Man 5 done. But
how about we do what I want to do and what Randy wants instead of what Fears wants all the time? Let's do what Randy wants.
Okay, Randall.
Wait,
Randall. We can do that. We can do that. Randall's like, yeah, fuck you, Fears. He goes, I'm watching the live stream right now. I saw what you did. Yeah. No, Randy. Listen. You have creative control. When we do Cameo Man, the way me and Randy work, if it's Cameo Man, I will give him suggestions. I will give him ideas. And sometimes Randy uses my ideas. Sometimes he doesn't. When it's Fears Man time, I have Randy, and this is you can attest to this. You can attest to this. You've used some of my I've used some of your ideas when it came to Fears Man. Not all of them, but some of them. It's a creative writing, thing. Like sometimes I'm stuck. Like remember on the first one, I was so stuck. I was like, well, Randy, like how do? Oh no. Like the second one, I was like, how do we end it? Because I wanted a new funny scene. Like I want him to always fly up and go over the earth, but I'm like, I want him to do something funny at the end. And Randy's like, well, Fears, how about I just make him twirl around in a circle? And I was like, all right, yeah, that's cool. We can do that. So yeah, Randy, how was your day so far, buddy?
Pretty good. Did some work for my friend.
Nice. Nice.
The friend who pays me.
Randy, I pay you in food and DVDs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good gig.
Yeah.
Randy, and like me and Randy had a serious talk yesterday. Randy, I never take you for granted because Randy showed me on Fiverr how much people are really charging. You said for one drawing, $25
in color.
So
for one drawing.
And then he said, "Hey, Fears, that's just for one drawing in color." And then he goes, "If you want one drawing with color and a background, $50." And I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
But see, Randall, that's just one guy. Like, there could be another guy that charges even more, or there could be another guy that charges even cheaper. So Randy said, Fears, you're getting a hell of a deal. He goes, because I can do 5 or 6 drawings in a day. And I said, Randy, I never take you for granted. And Randy, I have always treated you, after every single Fears Man cartoon is done, we've always done something. Either I've bought you dinner, or I've bought you a movie, or I've done something,
Yeah.
Like, I think after Fears Man 3, that's when we did that epic beach vlog. I said, hey, to show my appreciation, let's go to the beach, and then I'll buy you dinner. And that's what we did. Yeah. So, yeah. Tinder Immortal says, hi, Randy. And then Zoom Vision says, tell Randy I don't believe him. So he doesn't believe that you've seen Return of the Living Dead.
I saw all of the Night of the Living. Me and my mom had this thing. We had... When I was a kid, Blockbuster was a thing, and they had this thing called $2 Tuesdays. So basically what we would do on $2 Tuesdays is I would get a movie for myself, Mom would get a movie for her, and then we would get a movie that both of us could watch. So, like I would get like Aliens or Night of the Living Dead or something like that. Mom would get some like race car movie like Daytona, Days of Thunder, Dick Tracy, or something like that.
Nice.
And then we would get like a movie that we could both watch, like Liar Liar or like Ace Ventura. So
Randy,
we would watch the family movie first, and then my mom would just leave me with the VCR, and I'd play whatever I wanted.
Now, Randy, both you and me grew up in the 80s and 90s. Blockbuster was a big ordeal in my family too. I can't believe it's gone.
Yeah.
There's only Visions told me there's only one, and he said it's not in Visions. Where is it? You said it's near Portland. And right when he said that, I was like, all right, as soon as I go visit Visions, I'm like, that's gonna have to be a spot.
Yeah, and also there was this place called Movie Time that was in walking distance of me, so I would just walk down there, and they had the same deal that Blockbuster did.
I never heard of Movie Time.
Tuesdays. So every VHS was $2 on Tuesday. So
I've never heard of Movie Time, but Randall, remember this one? Video Horizons. Our movies are in your future. That was their slogan. Do you remember that one?
No.
You don't remember Video Horizons? Oh man, that was.
Well, it might have been something just in St. Louis or the big cities.
That's true. That's true. So if Blockbuster was closed, then me, my mom, and my dad, and my brother, we would mosey on off to Video Horizons. Our movies are in your future, Randall. Shh.
Yeah.
That's right. Right. All right, Randall. Well, I'll let you go. Oh, by the way, now I don't know much, so it's okay to say this. Randall's working on another script. Can you tell us this? Is it a big script, a little script, and how much are you making?
It's a tiny one. It's going to be a $65 one. And I can tell you that the guy said he wants it to be like Malcolm in the Middle.
Nice.
So
nice.
I'm going to start binge watching some Malcolm in the Middle episodes.
And Malcolm in the Middle, that was a comedy. So I'm taking it. It's going to be like a comedy script.
Yeah, and back in the 90s, if Cameo Man would have been made in the 90s, I would have gotten Frankie Muniz to play Cameo Kid.
Randall, answer me these two questions. If Cameo Man ever made it to the big screen, you always intended to have me and you in it, but not as Cameo Man and Cameo Kid. What would both your part and my part be?
Well, what I said exactly is that neither of us would be playing it in the live-action movie, but you would be playing him in the cartoon movie if we make the cartoon movie. But if it was the live-action movie, it depends on how much carte blanche they would give us. Like I'd like to be like like an intern or something, and I guess you would be an intern too.
I wouldn't listen.
You could be one of the villain's henchmen or something.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking great.
One of the people who get killed off randomly. Because you said you want to die in a movie.
I've always wanted to be killed off in a major way. Like Snake Plissken, like blows me the fuck up with some dynamite or some shit. Like an epic death. It doesn't have to be in a horror movie. Like that would be cool. Like if Michael killed me, or if Jason killed me, or the fucking leper. Why do you
want Jason to kill you?
No, Jason Voorhees. Randy, don't start any shit. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, that was an honest mistake. I was not thinking.
Well, he's pretty pissed at me, and so I don't want to start any bad waves. So
all
yeah.
Right. So yeah, I went and I did some work for my friend. He's pretty generous with the cash, and he always hooks me up with some Diet Cokes.
Randy, be honest, wouldn't it be cool to get killed off like by a villain or a horror movie guy or like an action sequence or something like I wouldn't care. Like Chucky, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers.
I would just want to be in a current
Randall,
movie
or even that shithead. What is his name? Pinhead or Prickly Head or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Pinhead.
Not Prickly Head, you dumb bastard.
Well, I don't know what the fuck his name is.
I'm just kidding.
Dude, he's a dude in a That guy's got some serious fucking issues. Fucking Pinhead or Pennyhead or whatever the fuck his name is. He's a dominatrix transvestite in a girl's dress with pins in his fucking like eyeballs and in his head, and he likes to torture, and he's got like cuts on him and shit, and then he carries around a mythical like magical box. Like what the fuck is all that? Michael Myers would walk in and go, "Yeah, you're a fucking idiot," and then chop his goddamn head off, and that would be the end of it.
Well, Pinhead has supernatural powers. He can call chains out from anywhere and rip Michael apart before he even gets within.
Yeah, whatever.
Feet of him.
Whatever. Listen, Michael hands down would take him down.
Pinhead's got the power of hell with him. Like Michael's like got a little knife.
Uh-oh.
Pinhead be like, ooh,
hang on, Randall. I think I made Visions mad. He says, "Can Randy write me a script for Adderall?" And then he says, What made you hate Hellraiser so much? What troll is a Hellraiser fan. I don't know if any trolls love the Hellraiser. I don't know. Visions, I just can't get into it. I literally, Randall, I watched number 1 and I was like, yeah, it's all right. Number 2, I fell asleep. It literally, like, within 10 minutes, I fell asleep. When I woke up, the fucking credits were rolling, Randall. And I was like, all right. I said, well, if I ever need a good napo, it's anime or Hellraiser.
Well, actually, the first 3 Hellraisers I like.
I'm just not into it. Like, I tried to get into it. Like, I
can't. Later Hellraisers I did not like at all.
Like, I'll be honest. Like, another guy I can't get into. What's that guy's name? They made like 1 or 2 movies. I don't remember his name, but he's got like jean overalls on, and he's got a blue mask with like big eye holes and like white poofy hair, and he has like a hatchet with him.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Describe him more.
He's about, I don't know, he's like 5'8", and he's got like farming clothes on. He's got like a white shirt.
What movie was he in?
I don't remember the name of it. He's got like a white shirt tucked into like jean overalls, white frizzy hair, and then like a blue mask is on his face with big eye holes. And then he has this weird kind of like farm axe. I could never get into that guy. They made like 1 or 2, and I was like, this is just so dumb. But I don't know his name. But if I saw a picture of it, Randall, the next time I come over, I'll show you a picture of what he looks like.
All right. Do you remember any of the people who were in the movie?
No, I don't. And like I watched it ages ago. Now, like Hatchet, I got into Hatchet. Hatchet was pretty badass. You know, because Kane Hodder was in that. And one of the best deaths. He goes up to someone, grabs them by the bottom of their jaw and the top of their jaw, and just rips the fucking jaw open over the skull. And I'm like, oh shit. Like that one, that's a pretty good horror series. What's another one? I don't know. Just some horror guys I'm into and horror. Oh, Tinder Moral says, "Have we seen Pumpkinhead?" Oh, I've seen Pumpkinhead. That was pretty badass. Like the
actress I like that.
Like the Evil Dead series, Randall. Some of the Evil Deads I like. Other ones, like Evil Dead 1 and 2, awesome. The new one, it's okay.
I loved the Evil Dead. What was the one with Ash versus the Evil Dead? I love that one.
Is that the newest one where he comes back?
No.
What's the newest one? They just made like a new one like a couple of years ago.
I don't know. I haven't been following it. So.
I can't remember. Like the newest one, I was like, nah. I'm like, it's all right. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go, Rand. I'm gonna get back to the fans.
No. I'm gonna let you go.
All right, Randall. Before you go, I need. Actually, that was pretty good, Randall. Your evil laugh is great, but that wasn't what I was asking for. Give me one of your favorite movie quotes of all time, and you can only pick one.
Only pick one?
Only one.
All right. I need more time to think about this, but there's one that comes right off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Commando when Schwarzenegger is like, "Hey, Sully, remember when I said I would kill you last?"
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, you did."
Yeah.
He goes, "I lied."
I lied.
Drops him off the cliff.
Randall, some of the best quotes are from the 80s. Get to the chopper now!
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, he's covered in mud, and he looks at the Predator, and he's like, "You're one ugly motherfucker." See, one of Fierce's favorite movie quotes. I mean, there's so many.
I can't believe you cursed Fierce. You know, one of my church friends is watching this right now.
Oh, shit, my bad.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, Randall, you son of a bitch. You made me feel all guilty and shit. Like, I only curse, like, when I'm really passionate about something or if I'm trying to make you or the fans laugh. But, dude, don't do that. I'm like, I'm a Christian myself, dude. God, dude, I swear, you made me feel like, I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, my bad. No, Randall. Fears. I can't pick just one, but I'm gonna try. One of my favorite movie quotes of all time is when Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation gets mad, at his boss, and he's like, "I'd like Frank Shirley, my boss, here right now." And he goes, "I want him brought from his happy holiday, parade over there on Melody Lane, and I want him right here with a big ribbon on his head." And he goes, "And I'm gonna look him straight in the eye, and I'm gonna tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, fork-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirty, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, hopeless, dickless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-lated, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah. Holy shit. Where's the goddamn Tylenol?" Randall, that is one of the greatest lines ever.
Yeah, and then what I like about that scene is, like, right after he says that, like, Randy Quaid gets a look on his face, and then he just leaves.
Yeah, he just leaves. He doesn't tell anyone. He just kind of, remember he's got a beer in his hand? He kind of, looks up like this, and he, sips a beer, and he's like, "I'm starting to form an idea here." Then all of a sudden, the next scene, you see him, get in his, piece of shit trailer and just drive off in the middle of the night, and then he brings his boss back, which is fucking hilarious.
It's like, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it.
Yeah, but see, I'm glad that he brought his boss, because then his boss, reinstated his Christmas bonus.
Uh-huh.
Which, by the way, Randall, that's...
See, me, I would have just talked with the boss and said, "Hey, look, man, I need a bonus. Can you give me a bonus?"
Randall, listen, you know what's better than a Christmas bonus? A 1-year subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club.
Yeah. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
That's right. And you know what, Randall?
Right, so,
Randall, that's one of Pierce's movie props. It's right over there. I've got the Jelly of the Month gift certificate. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to let you go.
Right now?
Yeah.
All right, Randall. So you said no drawings tonight, but you said you're going to start working on some more tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. You know which drawings to do, right?
Yep.
Okay. Don't tell the fans, because that's supposed to be a surprise, that scene.
Okay.
All right, Randall. Well, call me later, buddy. I'm going to hang out more with the fans and finish the live, but call me later.
All right, later. Bye.
All right, bye, buddy. I'll see you. It is one of my favorite movie quotes. I mean, there's others, but that one's pretty legendary. All right. I haven't been ignoring you guys. Let me get back to the chat. Let me catch up here. Let's see. I'm going to have to go back a little ways. Let's see. Vision says, "Randy, do a tag team." Oh, Lord. Girl Gamer says, "Guess what? I got a brand new car. Congrats on that." Girl Gamer says, let's see. "I thought I told you I was in yeah, you did tell me that you were in an accident, but you didn't tell me if your car could be repaired or not. But I'm so glad that you're okay and you didn't get hurt in that accident." So, yeah. Oh, wait, Visions, I forgot to... Wait, I asked Randy if you could write a script for Adderall, but he never responded. So when he calls me back later on, I'm going to ask him about it, Visions. I will. Yeah, I just could never get into Hellraiser. It's just not my thing. And I have seen Pumpkinhead Tinder Immortal, and that was pretty good. Girl Gamer says, "Chucky is a good horror series I really enjoy." Yeah, Chucky's cool, He's no Michael Myers, but he's still good. Let's see. Yep. All right, so on to the next topic. So I've told you guys some legendary, Missouri Fears friend stories. But some of them you guys have never heard. So back in the day, I'm serious, we were crazy back in the day, me and my friends. Fears has calmed down tremendously since I became an adult. Every once in a while, though, if you get all of us in a room, we go back to, 17, you know what I'm saying? We're always trying to out-top each other, and I can't even believe I'm going to tell you guys this story. So we were on vacation, and we were all pulling pranks, and I hated Eric for about 2 weeks after this, but I got him back. So Eric goes into the bathroom, and he thought it'd be funny to take a shit in a sock. And I was waiting to take a shower. I said, because we all got this big, beach house for the summer. Kind of like what they did in American Pie 2. We rented out a beach house for a couple weeks out of the summer. And I knocked on the door and I'm like, Eric, hurry the hell up, man. I'm trying to take a shower. Oh yeah, I'll be out in a minute, Fears. The fucking door barrels open. He goes, hey, Fears, what do you think about this? Gung! Starts hitting me with the shit sock. Shit is in my ear. Shit is in my hair. Shit is all over my, because it's bleeding out of this fucking sock. And I'm trying to block it. And he's like, yeah, dude, yeah, Fears, I just fucking shit socked you. And I look down, and you guys know, back then, Fears' patience has gotten a lot better. But I ran at him and started punching the fuck out of him. And the more I punched him, the more he started laughing. And I was like, you goddamn motherfucker. Oh, I was pissed. I was so pissed. I was like, get the fuck out of my way. I get into the bathroom, hop in the shower. It's the most grossest feeling. I'm putting shampoo all over my body. And then I go to wash my hair. And then shit in my hair. And the shit mixes in with the fucking shampoo. And so I'm going like this. And all of a sudden I look at my hands. And there's shit on my hands. And I'm like, that goddamn motherfucker. I'm like, oh, he's dead. I'm like, I'm going to get him back. I'm like, I'll get him back. And I'm like, I don't care what it fucking takes. I'm like, he is dead. So I get all cleaned up. And I was like, I'm not going to do anything tonight. I said, I'll wait. So we go fishing the next day with Eric's uncle. Or one of his uncles. I thought, all right. I said, as soon as that motherfucker like casts out his fucking thing, I said, I'm just going to run up and just go gung and push him out of the boat. And I did it like 4 times. And he goes, really, Fears? That's your prank to get me back? And I said, the day has just started, motherfucker. I said, it's going to be pranks all through the fucking day. So I did that. Then we got back and we went to the beach. And he was talking to some girls. Because this was before his, I think this was during him and his wife's breakup. They broke up for a little while and they were just being friends. And then they finally got back together. I thought, oh, this will be great. I said, he's talking to those hot-ass chicks. I said, I'll run up and just de-pants him in front of the entire beach. So I run up and I go, hey, buddy, gung, and just pull his pants down. And he's like, Fears, what the fuck? And I said, yeah, indecent exposures, revenge is a bitch, motherfucker. And he goes, cool. And I said, fuck you. I said, pranks all day, motherfucker. So then, the next one, we went out to lunch or dinner. And my friend Tommy helped me out. He goes, Fears, man, I feel bad. He goes, Eric went nuts with that prank. I said, oh yeah. I said, it's going to be pranks either all day or all fucking week. I said, his ass deserves it. And then Tommy's like, Fears, I got the next prank. And I said, what? He goes, dude, he goes, lift the bun of his bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. He goes, and put some peppers in it. And I said, he'll see the peppers. And he's like, well, put some pepper, like, sauce, or not sauce, the spices. So I got the shaker and I just doused the fuck out of it. And then, but he ate that. He was guzzling water and shit. And then the next prank, I waited until his ass fell asleep. And me and Tommy filled up a massive bucket, Visions, about this tall, this wide, of fucking like ice water. Gung! Just in a dead sleep. He's all like, Fears, what the fuck? He goes, haven't you done enough? And I was like, no, fuck no. I said, you put shit in my hair. So let's see, what else did I do with him? Oh yeah. So I did the classic. I tickled his face with some type of object, and he fucking like smashed his face with shaving cream. I mean, it was a smorgasbord of pranks. That started the fucking prank war of the entire week. Then Eric felt bad. And so the next day he went, Fears, he goes, do you forgive me? And I'm like, I don't know, man, I'm pretty pissed. And he goes, Fears, it was all in good fun. I was like, dude, there's shit in my ear. There's shit in my hair. All right, I said, not anymore. I said, there was. And he goes, yeah, Fears. He goes, but I was just joking. I said, dude, do you know how fucking stinky that shit was? And he goes, Fears, you got to admit it. He goes, it was pretty fucking hilarious. He goes, Tom filmed it. So there is footage out there. So maybe one day I will upload it and you guys will see it. Oh yeah, there's footage. I am so pissed. I left. Like when initially I took a shower and then I had to like get away from him. I walked on the beach for about 2 hours. I was so livid. When I came back, I just went straight to bed. I didn't speak to anyone. I was like, all right. I said, yeah, laugh it off, motherfucker. I'm like, your time is coming. So yeah, that was probably one of the craziest things we've ever done. Vision says, LOL, hell yeah. Not hell yeah, Visions. Oh my god, it was bad. The same trip though, and we didn't stay in Florida. We stayed in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and this was the first time I went there. They have tons of beaches down there. It was like a full on we went during spring break. It was amazing, and so we were trying to get stuff because remember I told you guys back in the day Jackass was a big thing, and it just came out. They had just filmed the first movie, and the series actually had 3 seasons because Johnny said, well, we'll make tons. Johnny Knoxville was like, we'll make tons more money if we end the series and just do fucking movies. So I told Eric, I said, why don't we film our own fucking Jackass movie? And Eric's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, Fears. He goes, you went to film school, so you know how to edit that shit. I said, oh yeah, I'll edit it. I have all the footage somewhere. All right, Rezzy, I'll see you later. Rezzy says, I have to go to sleep. Good night. Peace, Rezzy. So I think it was the next day or the day after Visions and everybody else, we're walking down the beach and we see this bikini contest. And Eric's like, Fears, I got an idea. And I was like, I said, I know exactly where you're going. He goes, Fears, we got to fucking ambush the fucking bikini contest. So we go up to the guy behind that's in charge of it. And I said, hey, can men enter? Because it was this full-on line of chicks. I mean, hot-ass chicks. I mean, only the hot chicks that you see in the movies, but it was fucking real. And the guy's like, well, he goes, usually men don't get into a fucking bikini contest. And Eric's like, yeah, he goes, our friends are in the audience. He goes, and we want to do something funny and surprise them. They don't know it. He goes, I only told my friends to just flip on the fucking camera and film the entire bikini contest. And I was like, oh, so we're going to surprise Trent and Eric and Jesse and Brian. He goes, yeah, Fears. And I went, I'm like, oh, this is going to be fucking great. He goes, but Fears, he goes, we got to go find Speedo thongs, or we got to find Speedo, fucking men's, British men's, swim trunks. And I was like, man, I don't know about all that, buddy. And he goes, Fears, he goes, we got to fucking model it and shit, for the fucking bikini. I was like, all right, man, whatever. So the guy running it said, I'll make you guys a deal. He goes, I doubt you guys have the balls to do this. He goes, if you go, there's a swimwear place across the street. He goes, and they sell British swim trunks. The real thin cut ones that British people wear. Because in America, we wear swimming trunks. In England, they kind of wear whitey-tighty kind of cut bathing suits. And he goes, they're full-on men's Speedo. He goes, if you guys have the balls to go over there and buy them and wear it and stand there with all the girls, he goes, you can be in the bikini contest. And Eric was like, Fears, what do you think? And I was like, I don't know, man. And he goes, Fears, he goes, if you do it, I'll do it with you. He goes, and it'll be legendary fucking footage. And I was like, I'm like, how the hell do I get into this stupid shit? And I was like, all right, fuck it. So I got a cheetah one just like Steve-O. The one in the movie, I found it wasn't the exact one that Steve-O wears, but it looked like it. And I said, Eric, if we're going to do this, I said, I got to pick the one that Steve-O did. And he's like, oh, Fears. He's like, you beat me to it. He goes, I saw it in the back. And I said, well, which one did you do? He goes, I found an American flag one. He goes, remember when, Chris Pontius is fucking Party Boy and they went to Europe and he did American Party Boy? I said, yeah. And he goes, well, that's what I'm going to do. I said, do they have any fucking bunny ears? And he goes, no, they don't have any bunny ears. He goes, I'm going to get the matching, American, flag shoes to go with the matching, Speedo, and then he found the matching fucking bow tie. I said, all right, you be Party Boy, and then I said, I'll be fucking, Steve-O in the cheetah. So I walk up, and the guy was like, all right, what are your guys' stage names? Because every one of those girls was like, hi, I'm Bambi, but my real name is Tiffany. Cause that's how the fucking bikini contest works. And so he goes, all right, he goes, I'm not going to tell you guys' real names. What's your stage name? So Eric went with Mr. America, and then I went with Cheetah Man. I almost thought about doing Steve-O or something, just saying Steve-O, but I was like, nah, I gotta make it my own, you know? So we're behind, there's girls in front of us, girls behind us, the girls are like, what are you guys doing? And some of the girls thought we were gay, and they're like, what are you doing in a girls' bikini contest? And I was like, oh, I said our friends are in the audience, and we just want to, like, get some funny footage, and, like, we're filming our own little jackass movie. And some girls thought it was fucking hilarious, and the other girls were like, are you gay? And I was like, I swear to God, we're not gay. I said, we're just, we love the Jackass show. And they're like, okay. They're like, it makes sense now. And I guess the girl behind me said, I thought you were gay. And I'm like, no, I'm not gay. She goes, well, I was wondering why you were in a Speedo and why you're in this contest. I said, it's just for a gag. It's just for a goof. We're just sticking around, And, yo, Stinky Pete, he says it's the Fears Man. It is. What's up? Stinky Pete, are you quite stinky? Of course you are. That's your name. What's up? So they start the music, and then the guy in the back's like, well, I'm going to let a few girls come out, and tell. So they go through, and he's like, this is Bambi. She's 6'1". She likes tennis. She likes this. She likes that. And I'm getting nervous, and I was like, Eric, I said, I'm not that good of a dancer. And he's like, Fears, you got to do this. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. And so all of a sudden he goes, all right, he goes, next. He goes, we got a little bit of a twist. He goes, and the guy, and the host is fucking hilarious. He's like this 6'2" black guy. He's got Beatles sunglasses on, a gray shirt with like these medallion chains. So none of his ensemble is matching. A gray shirt, massive like Mr. T like medallions all around him, black Beatles sunglasses. Then he's got black socks with gray flip-flops on, with blue jeans. And so this guy is ultra fucking hilarious. And he's like trying to be Mr. Cool on the fucking mic and shit. He's like, all right, ladies. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you enjoyed those ladies. Like, now we got a little bit of a twist. He goes, we've got John, a.k.a. the Fears Man, a.k.a. Cheetah Man, for you. And Eric's like, Fears? He goes, don't half-ass it. He goes, when the curtain opens, he goes, just fucking fly out and go to town. So I go out. I'm jumping on everything. I'm dancing. Apparently everyone's liking it because the girls in the audience, they're waving, and all of a sudden I see dollars start forming, and I was like, oh shit, I'm like, they're tipping me. And the girl's like, yeah, open up that G-string. And I was like, oh, this is fucking hilarious. So I go like that. Some girl sticks like a 10 in, a few ones. And truth be told, when Eric came out, he got a couple of tips, but I made more tips than Eric. Now, Eric went for it. So then we do our little spiel. They go back. Then they bring everybody back out, right? And he goes, I want to thank the ladies and the men, for participating. He goes, but we have a winner. And then he's like, judges, please hand me the envelope. And so like they went all out. So this woman comes out with this I forgot what they're called, like that handkerchief thing that not a handkerchief. Like what Mrs. America wears, the thing that goes around like this, and it said judge on it. So she walks out and she's like, here's the official envelope. And so they open up and goes, the official winner is Miss Bambi from Tampa, Florida, And so she's standing right next to me, and she's like, yay, I won. And she gives me a hug, and then she kisses me on the cheek. And I'm like, oh, I'll take a kiss on the cheek. And then she grabs the mic and she goes, oh, thank you so much. And the guy's like, well, we have an award for you and a cash prize. And so they give them, and then we all go backstage, and all the girls were like, we got to admit, that was pretty fucking funny. And I was like, yeah, we just did it as a goof. And I said, we didn't expect to win. And all of a sudden, we hear the, that's what it is, Randall. A sash. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember what it was. So all of a sudden, we're in the back, and all of a sudden we hear, like, encore, like, we want the guys to come back. We want the girls to come back. So they bring out all the girls, and half the girls stand on one side. The other half of the girls stand on the side, and then they say, he goes, even though, she won, the highlight of this show has to be Cheetah Man and Mr. America. He goes, come on out, guys. So the fucking curtain opens up. We walk out, and we're all waving. And then the owner of the bar walks up, and she's like, well, we have a special surprise for you guys. And I'm thinking, oh shit, what now? And they roll out this pole, like a stripper pole. I kid you not. Me and Eric had no idea. And then she looks over at the host and she goes, I think it'd only be appropriate if they ride the pole. And all of a sudden, the black guy goes, Eric, you fucking ride that pole. And so I step back. Eric literally jumps on the pole, starts dancing away, going nuts. Some girl runs up and just starts slapping his ass. It was nuts. And then they asked me to do it. I did it, but Eric was really riding that pole. So that's probably another crazy story. But it was legendary. It was pretty legendary. Stinky says, I love these stories, dude. You're so cool. Well, I appreciate that. Now I'm just old and boring, Stinky, if I'm being honest. Like, Fears has calmed down a lot. But we were pretty crazy back in the day. Anything for our little Jackass movie, which you guys have yet to see. I've still got every single piece of footage. Oh, what's another one? I told you guys about the naked drive-thru that I did. That was pretty hilarious. And our rule was, if we made up the idea, we had to do it. So, one night, I'll retell it. One night, I was like, hey, guys, wouldn't this be funny if, you went to Dairy Queen and, you were just totally nude in the front seat, and then you just said, hey, I'd like a banana split. And the reason why I said a banana split is I said, whenever the girl hands you the banana split, she'll see your banana split and then just be like, oh, hey, I seem to misplace my wallet because I'm naked, and then fucking drive off into the night, and then you just never pay for it, and you just fucking hightail it out of there. And Eric's like, well, Fears, you're fucking doing it. And I was like, no, I'm not. And he goes, Fears, you know the rules. And I was like, oh, shit. So I did it, and it was fucking hilarious. You can't see anything, though, because I duct taped the camera to the back of my car. So it's just me nude, and you just see the back of my head with my little baseball cap on. So I'm nude with a baseball cap in the front seat, and all you see is from my neck up and my shoulders with my baseball cap. So you really can't see anything. So there it is. But probably the most legendary thing we ever did. I mean, legendary. Which I'm not proud of. I thought it was funny at the time. It's not funny now. And it wasn't even my idea. Our friend Nick comes over one time. And he's like, Fears, I want to do something for the fucking video. And I went, all right. I said, what's the idea? He goes, oh, no. He goes, I'm not going to tell you guys. I'm going to show you guys. And I'm like, Nick, what the fuck, man? I'm like, I don't want to go to jail tonight. He goes, Fears. He goes, you guys don't have to do a thing. He goes, just get me a big bucket and I'll take care of the rest. He goes, and I'll drive in my car, and you, Eric, and Trent, and all the guys. And so I'm sitting in the car. I said, all right, I'll film it. But I said, I'm not doing. And Eric's like, I don't know, Fears. He goes, Nick's pretty crazy. And I was like, he is pretty crazy. So Nick goes behind a Walmart. We have no idea what he did. Apparently, he went in the back of Walmart, way in the back, like behind the building. And behind this Walmart, there's tons of trees and woods. And he goes into the woods, takes a shit in the fucking bucket, comes out with the bucket. And Trent's all like, well, what the fuck's in the bucket? He goes, oh, you'll find out. And he goes, I want you guys to park across the street and film me pulling up to the gas station. And we're like, all right. So we're across the street. And then Trent's like, well, zoom in, Fear. So I zoomed in, and I filmed it from across the street in the car, and I'm in the front seat. And he rolls up, and all of a sudden he exits the car, and you just see him put on a rubber glove, and he takes some shit out of the bucket, and he acts like he's pumping some gas, and he smears some shit on the fucking pump handle, puts it back, and all of a sudden we're all like, oh, we know what the fuck's going to happen. And so he puts the thing back, rolls back, goes into another store. Apparently, he washed his hand, drove around, got into Trent's big ass, Trent had a big ass van back in the day, so because we were all in his van, and he's like, let the magic happen, guys. And I was like, dude, that's pretty fucked up. And he goes, what do you mean, Fears? It's gonna be legendary. I said, dude, I'm gonna film it, but I said, I feel bad. I said, the next person that pumps their gas, they're gonna have shitty hands. So, we were young, we were stupid. Yeah, we thought it was fucking hilarious, but this woman rolls up, and she was probably more livid than me. She rolls up, she grabs the handle, she starts pumping, and she's like this. About a minute goes by, and then she realizes it. She's like, and she just goes fucking ballistic. She rolls in the fucking place. Trent's like, oh shit, Fears, we're rolling out. And as we're rolling out, we roll down the window, and I hear her, I hear her scream, "Whoever did this, I'm calling the fucking cops." And I was like, well, thank God you don't know who it was. We rolled out of there. That one I'm not proud of, but there is footage of all that. I don't know if that'll ever see the light of day because that's highly illegal. So yeah. Vision says, what was the one story about you sweating a condom off? Sweating a condom off. No, it wasn't sweating. I had trouble getting a condom on, Visions. I think that's what you mean. It was the very first time I had sex. I was nervous. And I had never heard a girl like moan my name before. Like, oh, John, you know. And I was like 21, so I was a late bloomer. But it finally happened. And the girl's like, hey, I need a minute to get ready. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I'm going to need a minute too. And she's like, well, go in the bathroom and throw it on. And I was like, all right. And as I'm closing the door, she's like slipping into like this sexy lingerie. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, it's fucking happening. I'm like, this is fucking happening. So I'm so nervous. I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, and I had never put one on. So I was like, all right, I got to get hard. So I got hard. And then usually you just like, you slide it down. Well, I tried to pull it on and it like snapped and it like hit the back of like my penis. And I was like, oh, ow, that hurt. So I ripped it off. And I felt like such a nerd. I was like, all right, I'm reading the directions. I'm like, oh, you roll it down. And I was like, Fears, you were a fucking moron. I'm like, but again, I was like, I had never put a condom on before. So I was like, all right, I'm like, I can't tell the guys, but who cares now because I'm 39 and you guys probably think it's fucking hilarious. So I finally get it on and she's like, what took you so long? She's like, normally, like, it takes a minute. I said, oh, and I totally lied. I was like, oh, no, I had to use I had to use the restroom. And she's like, oh, is your Crohn's acting? I said, no, I had to use the restroom. And I said, I'm just getting ready. I said, I'm good. And she's like, you ready to rock and roll? And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. And I really was. And so then we get going. And then about 5 minutes in, I had never heard a girl moan my name. And she's really getting into it. And I didn't want to laugh. So I had kind of hidden my face down, like buried my face into the pillow, and I'm laughing. And all of a sudden, she catches me laughing. She goes, what's so funny? And I was so into I'm like, nothing. By God, keep going. She's like, well, why are you laughing? I said, yeah. I said, I'm laughing. I'm like excited. I'm like, it's fucking great. Let's just keep on going. And she's like, all right, if you say so. So it's kind of funny. After I got rid of the giggles, then it was fine, But those initial giggles, I was like, well, this is cool. I've never heard a girl moan my name before, but yeah. Now, whenever it happens, it's, it's like, it's nothing, But for the first time, like, oh, John, oh, God. I was just like, this is fucking hilarious. So I think that's enough stories for tonight, but I've got a million of them. I've got a million of them. I've got a million. So eventually I'll tell you guys all, but that's just a sample. Well, Randall, I don't know if that's illegal. It's pretty disgusting, but that footage will probably never see the light of day. Never. But anyway, all right, last, you know what, I'm so tired, I think I'm going to take the last topic off. I think I'm just going to stick with two topics tonight. I'm going to take my love of conventions. That's going to be another, because I'm tired. I need to take a nap before I start editing. I'm so tired. I had a little nap like when I got off of work, but I should have took a longer nap. But I had tons of errands to do today. I had to mail some off to the post office. I had to grocery shop. I talked with my mom for an hour. I talked with my grandma for about an hour. Paid the old rento. Let's see, what else? Went shopping, went to GoodWill. So I had tons of errands to do, so yeah. Yep, Vision's like, yep, get in there like a little champ in the night. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But you know what? Even though it's a little champ in the night, it's never disappointed any lady. So there it is. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Fears Vlogs and FearsMan26. Check me out on the old TikTok. As always, FearsMan26 on TikTok. We're getting there so far, guys. But let me check and see how many I have, how many subscribers. We're getting there. We're getting a lot of subs. Let's see here. Hey
everybody,
let's see. We have got so far 8,223. So we're doing good. We're doing good. So help Fears on his TikTokage and get on over there. Subscribe to my TikTok. Pretend Story says, make a little snack before you nap. Actually, I already ate dinner. Oh, well, not dinner. I had a little snack, but I'll probably eat dinner after my nap. But I'm going to nap, and then I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to edit either all of the Christmas Day vlog or some of it, and I'll get it up ASAP. But Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my buddy, my pal, Pixel Protocol, at Pixel Protocol on YouTube. Check out my buddy, my pal, Visions on YouTube. Check him out on Twitter at Exhumed Visions and on Instagram at Exhumed Visions. Check out exhumedvisions.com and buy some cool shit. Anyway, this is Fears. Bid you guys a fond farewell. Deuces!